Everybody plays some kind of game. Press start to play. Welcome to my brain. Welcome to my brain. Press start to play. Welcome to my brain. Alright, so I finished Stick of Truth. I just wanted to make like a little review video on it. This one's kind of weird because I've actually played this game like a lot. Whereas like Little Nightmares, for instance, I'd only ever played once like a while ago, so it was still kind of new and fresh to me. But Stick of Truth I've played a lot. Like if I had to guess, at least like 7 or 8 times. I played it on almost every platform. I had it on 360, and then obviously PS4. I got it for free when I bought the Fractured But Whole, and then I actually have it on Switch as well, just because it's such a great game. Like, I really enjoy turn-based like RPG type games, and that's what this game kind of was trying to be, but at like a really simple level. But that's what made it fun to me. I like how, you know, the classes that you pick, it doesn't really change anything. Like if you're the fighter, you just have different abilities. Obviously, if you were the fighter, you would just have like stronger hitting attacks for abilities. If you're a mage, you would do more like fire or frost damage or lightning damage. As a thief, it's been a while since I've been a thief. Like the thief was the first class I ever was, and then I never really was it again. But if I remember correctly, I mean, a lot of your attacks do like bleeding damage. A lot of your abilities will like ignore armor or shield, or just take out shield, stuff like that. And then obviously as the Jew, it focuses a lot on buffs and debuffs, as well as different status effects like burning and shit like that. But overall the game is like the same. Like it always feels kind of the same, but it's still fun. Like you gotta play it at least 4 times, because I love seeing all the abilities and what they do. Even though the story's the exact same, it's still very, very fun. I was really upset that I missed a couple of friends. I still can't think off the top of my head who I missed, because I almost did a 100% run. The fact that I got all the Chin Pokemon, even the missable ones, was actually pretty crazy, because I haven't played the game in a little while now. But it's not hard to do. If you are trying to like platinum it or get all the achievements, you have to play it, I think, like at least 3 times, because there's a couple of things you have to have when you beat the final boss. Like you have to have dire AIDS, which you get from Canada, and I actually never got infected with it during this playthrough, which was kind of funny. You pretty much just have to, I think, get bitten by one of the snakes, or even I think the wolves can give it to you somehow, but I never got it. There's also something that I didn't do, which was to get a nose job. You can actually get a nose job, and one of the there's like 4 different types of nose jobs you can get. The first 3 like don't do anything different, you don't look any different, but people on the street will comment how good your nose looks, which is funny. But the 4th option, or it could only be the 3rd option, I don't remember exactly how many there are, but the last option, it makes you look like David Hasselhoff. It's so funny. So you got to beat the game like that for a trophy. There's a lot of different ways that you can beat it, and you'll get different trophies or achievements for it. But I don't know, I just think that the game itself, like story-wise, is just so fucking hilarious. They pushed so many boundaries that they never did on the show or even in the movie. Like, I think the movie was probably the most quote-unquote offensive until this game. Like, this game just went so haywire, you know, between the abortion clinic fighting all the Nazi zombie fetuses, to going up Mr. Slave's ass. Like, that shit was crazy. I can't believe they did that. It's probably the grossest shit I ever seen. Oh man, that's why I love it though, because you'll never find a game like that. Even the Fractured But Whole, like, I feel like didn't push as many boundaries, because it's like the Stick of Truth has a lot more references to like the older seasons, and a lot of the more like classic jokes and references, where the Fractured But Whole kind of focuses around the more modern era of South Park with like the PC principle and, you know, that whole arc, the shit teapot town, like that whole arc, it kind of is more focused on. It's still, Fractured But Whole is still a great game, but Stick of Truth, like, I like the whole like medieval setting more than the superhero setting, so I do think the battle system for Fractured But Whole is better, but we'll get into the Fractured But Whole another time. I do plan on streaming that game, so I mean, I'll have a whole review of that. But I mean, as of now, the Stick of Truth is just an amazing game. Like, I feel like everybody should play it, whether you're a fan of South Park or not. I mean, obviously, if you completely hate South Park, you're not gonna like this game. But especially for fans of South Park, it's incredible. And the fact that it looks like just a giant episode of the show is great. Matt Stone and Trey Parker actually worked on this one. As you can see, all the voices and stuff were provided by them and everything. Whereas the older South Park games for like N64 and whatnot didn't really have anything to do with them. So that's why this one's so great. And what I love is that it's made by Ubisoft, or it wasn't made by Ubisoft. I think they might have just published it. But that's what makes me laugh the most, is that Ubisoft picked it up. It's so great. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much else to say about it. It's a great game. I definitely recommend people grab it. It's super fun, super funny. You'll definitely enjoy it if you like South Park. But with that being said, you know, pick it up, play it. It's amazing. All right, guys.